IPA Review, April 2017, has an article on our humble servants by William Coleman, editor of Only in Australia. Coleman parades impressive facts about the history of public service in Australia, but his initial statement that Australian bureaucracy is bloated because it has always been is wrong. Australia has had too many public servants from her earliest days. That is an undisputed fact. It was the result of a similar policy in British India. Rome had roads, Britain had bureaucracy. But the reason for Australia's bloated bureaucracy today is Australian Labor Party government. It is the cheapest way the ALP can appoint the corrupt. One can rely on the public service at any level to adhere to a double standard of familiarity with Australian Labor Party or strict separation of powers regarding Conservatives. And to illustrate the point, one can point to teachers, police, emergency services, healthcare, judges, and media to never be even-handed. Otherwise, bad faith billboard advertising by the Australian Labor Party would not be tolerated, while Liberals are held to a much higher standard. Not to exhaust the issues, but to illustrate them, ALP politicians get invited to state-run schools. Rarely will a Conservative. South Australia has a gerrymander, and that should not exist if the electoral offices were appropriately staffed. Some things should not happen, but they do. In West Heidelberg, Victoria, there is a police station which is an oasis of safety and order in Dan Andrews' corrupt and dangerous state. Anyone in need of emergency help can go there and press a button and be directed to the nearest understaffed police station. West Heidelberg Police Station is unstaffed. Don't be alarmed into thinking that Dan Andrew has found a cost savings for Victorians. He would never do that. West Heidelberg has not experienced as much crime as other places. Instead, although the crime rate rises alarmingly there, the local population is jammed in by traffic. After Andrew spent over $1 billion not building a ring road bypass. Instead, Andrews has conspired to force trucks to use back roads instead of toll roads. Even retired country folk are stung by commercial rates applied to their vehicles. And rates for businesses are so high that Melbourne baristas cannot profit by selling coffee for less than $5 a cup. Today, Matthew Guy, leader of the opposition, the man who can fix this mess if his party gets a mandate in 2018, was at West Heidelberg Police Station with TV cameras following him. Andrews was elsewhere in Melbourne, complaining he doesn't have respect from his ministers.